That looks pretty crazy from the side. We're doing a new podcast. Sorry about the background back that way. Essentially, it's just new construction type of thing going on up in here. Yeah. Don't vape. I do not support Vape Nation, but Vape Nation nonetheless. Yeah, so, how's it going? Oh, God.
It's going. It's a lovely evening here.
Indeed it is, indeed.
Cheers.
Cheers, indeed. Yeah, so let us know if you like this podcast, and we'll continue on doing it. So we are live on both Twitch as well as YouTube. So take it away, Joss. I know you wanted to talk a little bit about our new movie over here on Azineum.
Yes, we are literally creating a film. We don't have a title yet, but we are working on it. It's involving like a mockumentary style of film.
We don't want to say it's exactly a mockumentary, though.
Right.
There might be some truth to it.
There might be some truth to this, so bear with us with this, okay? Because it's a crazy idea, but it's going to be a good one. I really believe so.
It's definitely going to be very intense. I can already tell. I'm just actually pulling up some of the titles that you came up with,
okay.
If you don't mind.
Oh, no, that's great.
Because there was one that I actually really liked. Let's see if I could find it. I'm just scrolling right now. I know you guys can't see this on the screen, but there's a lot of scrollage happening around here. Lots of scrollage. Even more scrollage. Such scrollage that it's just over 9,000, really. That's how much scrollage is happening right now.
And you can blame me on that one.
Ha! I'm finding it. I think we're almost there, actually. So, okay, as I was saying, some of the names that we came up with... well, actually, I didn't come up with these. These were all this brilliant man's ideas. So, The Awakening of the Cave. The one that I like is Shaman Mountain, which really pretty much puts it in perspective what this documentary is going to be about. And I know we were going to actually investigate some actual happenings, possibly, because you were mentioning the miners and the cave.
Yes.
So that's an actual real thing.
Yes.
As long as we don't get killed, hopefully. There was a Stone Skull, Creature's Quake, Rising Dark, Woodblood, as well as a couple other ones. I don't know if you wanted to mention them.
Project Shaman, Project Dark Embrace. Let's see, what else did I say? The Project, Spirits Lost. Woo. Sorry.
Woo.
The Project, Reaver of Lost Souls. Or The Project, Spirit Reaver.
And I think they're all pretty good, to be completely honest.
Mainly because it's relating to what we kind of want our film to be.
Exactly.
So
I think it's going to be really good. Should I give them kind of a rundown?
Go ahead.
So basically, there's this town, right? Okay, there's this town. It was founded 20, 30 some years ago. And basically what's been happening for these some odd 30 years, these people have been basically disappearing, right? Mm-hmm. And it's really strange because the mayor of the town has been keeping things under wraps. And what we want to do is go out and investigate possibly the cave where there's been some sightings, the forest where things have been happening, as well as a couple other things.
Yes.
So, and then there's an entire abandoned town within the forest that backs up against the actual town itself. So we're not sure if it's a creature or if it's maybe some sort of, maybe vagrants kidnapping people during the night. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's actually quite terrifying.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's true, but we have heard that there was the possibility of an Indian burial grounds, thus the shaman as one of the titles.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
In addition, to the mountain or whatever. So, yeah. I'm pretty excited for it.
I'm stoked. I'm really stoked.
I think we're going to start filming within 1 to 2 weeks. We just have to kind of plan things and get some days. And I think it's only going to take maybe 2 or 3 weeks to actually film everything.
I really think so too, because I mean, we don't really need a whole lot.
No, and the main thing that's going to happen with this film is it's going to be basically the whole driving to these locations.
Is going to be
Yeah, because the first location is like 2 hours, and with the incremental locations, around that. So we'll have to kind of plan for a little bit of camping, possibly.
And added with like a little getting some landscape shots as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Getting a layout of the land, if you will.
Yeah, so it's certainly going to be crazy. I know I'm pretty excited.
And even though it's going to be part of the movie, no matter what, just because you got to protect yourself, I am bringing a good knife just in case. You just never know.
Which I want to point out would be a very good detective name, just in case. I've said that before. I'll say it now for the first time on this channel. Just in case would be a great detective name.
Just in case what?
Just in case. Private Eye.
I'm gulping just in case. You never know.
That sounds so wrong.
It does.
If just in case is a private eye.
I know. Why? Why do you do these things to me? Why do you pull me into those types of situations? And now I feel uncomfortable. Goodbye. I'm gone. I'm gone in the wind. Goodbye.
Which is actually banned now, by the way. Did you hear that? Gone with the Wind.
I did hear that.
Was removed because it's too racist or something.
Unfortunately, when you look way back when during those times, it initially when you're watching it, back in the olden days, it's maybe not. Years later, when you actually do research and you watch it, it is racist. It is.
I want to say that I saw it once, way back when I was maybe 16 or 17, and all I remember is the movie just kept dragging on and on for like several hours, 4 hours or something.
Right.
So I remember some scenes being pretty shocking to me as a kid growing up, and I remember the movie probably being actually pretty racist, to be honest, but it just some certain scenes kind of like stuck with me. Like I remember there were 2 people and there was just fire all around and people were coughing and running. That's pretty much all I remember of the movie. Would I watch it now, today? Probably not. The movie takes too long. I guess it's been removed practically from everywhere.
I believe it has, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't even let's see. I don't even know if you can actually buy it on Amazon anymore. Let's go ahead and pull up the old Amazon real quick and see. Okay, let's see. Gone with the Wind. Let's see what we got. Oh, apparently you can still buy it on Amazon, but you can't live stream it from their servers anymore. I'd like to say that it's gone with the wind. You can't stream the sucker anymore. You can still have it bought and shipped to you.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
Did you just rip ass on stream?
I did.
Goddamn.
I know.
Holy moly.
Don't let it match.
Wow, that is absolutely crude.
I know. I barely even ate anything today.
Man, that is not Gone with the Wind.
I know.
It is just lingering around.
Yes. I need heavy amounts of Glade.
Where's the Glade? We need to whip out the Glade.
What about the
Or
Glade?
just go to a Glade at this point. That's what we need in our film. Just film it in a Glade. So in case you rip ass, it just, the flowers will take care of it.
I demand a match.
Ah! You're gonna kill us all.
I know.
Dear God. So,
I just do it out loud.
So what else? What else is there going on right now?
You know what's funny?
What?
Aspartame in children's medicine.
Oh, the aspartame situation.
Yes.
That conversation. Okay, I want to say this real quick. Aspartame, we looked it up, and literally, once it hits a certain temperature, the temperature of the human body, actually, in research papers, it's been found to actually convert to formaldehyde. And I will say your body does need the ahides group to break down certain compounds, but not in the heavy amounts that they put it in literally everything.
Right. And it's not just, okay, it's not just even children's medicine. You see it almost anywhere, like in the Coke Zeros, Pepsi Maxes. You see these diet type sodas that contain aspartame, especially added with sucralose or aspartame potassium. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. It's not good. It's not good. I mean, if something has stevia or monk fruit, it's actually safer to consume, whether it's a beverage or a food item, than anything that contains sucralose or aspartame or blah, 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 blah. All these extra chemicals in your system. And especially people love to chew gum.
Yeah, it is
sugar-free gum.
Exactly.
And how many times? Oh, this gum tastes so good. Oh, you look at the ingredients. Oh, shit. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, because it has the aspartame. Now, I know, and I don't have as big of a problem with it. I've noticed, in heavy amounts, it actually does start, like tearing the lining of my stomach. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do know what you're talking about because it's happened to me. But and I will point out, like with me, anytime I would chew gum, it would literally, my throat itself would feel like it'd be inflamed every time I would chew a piece of gum, whether it's Trident or icebreakers or something. I guess something like that. Or whatever.
If
doesn't matter which one.
If anyone out there in the audience wants to kill me, Blue 5 gum, send that to me, and I will literally, my throat will literally blow up like a balloon, and I've never found out why, and it's only that gum that actually does that to me.
Well, whatever extra chemicals are maybe in that, because it could even be the dye that's in it.
It could be, though.
It could be.
Now, moving back to the aspartame, this gentleman here, Joss, he has a subversion. Am I using this right? Meaning you're not a fan of it. No. Subversion, or is it obversion? I think it's subversion.
I think it's subversion.
Subversion.
Somewhere below.
Yeah. So you basically do not like sucralose.
No.
And like I was saying, I've noticed that sucralose, in small amounts, I'm fine with it, but in heavy amounts, which it's literally in everything from Canada Dry Bold to my energy drink over there, literally pretty much any product, unless you're very careful, very specific, it's literally in everything.
It is.
So what have you found out about sucralose?
Well, basically what sucralose can do, it can literally mutate your cells. Not in a good way.
Cancer, cancerous.
It can literally give you cancer.
Now I know we're jumping around a little bit, but let's jump to that point. Mutated cells, right? Okay.
Yes,
in a bad way, meaning DNA unspooling, multiplication of cells, sort of cancer forming.
Right. Literally unable to replicate itself
properly.
Literally giving rise to more cancerous type of material, and it can literally give you a brain hemorrhage down the road if you literally consume
with
so much
sucralose
every single day of your life.
And that's the scary part, because I think that with everything that I do, because I'm not as careful, which I need to be, mind you, everyone out there in the audience, I advise just, turning the product around and seeing, like, hey, does this have aspartame? No. Does it have sucralose? Yes. Maybe just put that back. You know what I mean? Now, if you're into monsters, there are a couple ones that we found that don't have it. Specifically, I believe the Farmer's Oats one. You know what I mean? No aspartame, no sucralose. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy a bunch of energy drinks and drink them, because it's going to play havoc on your entire system.
No matter what.
Yeah, and I know, because, just taking a break from them, caffeine headaches, illness, to the point where I've had to stop drinking them pretty much
Right.
for quite a while.
Right.
But anyways, getting back to the whole things that can kill us, how about that 5G? I'd like to speak a little bit about the 5G real quick. Actual
please
5G,
please do.
not T-Mobile's 5G.
Yes.
Because T-Mobile's 5G is fake 5G, by the way.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Did you?
I did.
Did you, though?
I didn't.
Okay, so actual 5G, it literally, if I had a laser pointer, right? So basically the way it works is there's these towers, okay? And there's these MIMO sort of transceivers, actually. And they pinpoint the location from two trajectories to your phone. So if you walk behind a tree, you lose connection to that one beam, and the second beam is still connected. So then when you pass the tree, the second one then reconnects, and so on and so forth. Now, I want to ask you guys this. Why would we roll out a system that's worse than our current system? With 5G, it's terrible in the rain. It can't penetrate through any office buildings. It's horrible penetrating through glass.
Mm-hmm.
This system is just terrible.
Yes.
You know? The only benefit is you get an extra, 100 millisecond speed boost.
Yeah.
So something that's not even perceivable to the human brain.
Right.
It's just, to you, it's just, this is your load speed before, this is your load speed now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Just milliseconds faster.
Mm.
Now, the issue with this system, when cranked up, the actual, it's been documented by AT&T, I believe, as well as other colleges, that when you come in contact with these signals, they can actually cause cell damage, because it's not a wave like it was before. It's an actual laser beam. You know what I mean?
So,
Practically.
I have a question for you then. So, how much radiation then are we getting from these 5G towers?
Quite a bit, to a point where there's actually a couple people where they had one of those Geiger counters, and it was actually spiking.
Oh wow!
In front of one of the towers. So,
Oh.
and the scary part is, they're not being super forward about this with the 5G.
Yeah.
They're actually hiding some of this technology in street lamps, because these substations have to be on literally every single block.
Right.
So the easiest way to do it is to take down the old lamps, put new ones up because they need replaced anyways,
Right.
and then also chuck the 5G technology in them.
Ah. Okay.
They rolled back the original blueprints for them with a 99% power reduction, because the cities were like, wow, this is consuming way too much power. So they rolled the schematic back, and now it only consumes 1% as opposed to the 99% original. So that tells me that there is the potential to crank these puppies up and use them as a weapon. And before you click off and say, how can cell phone technology be used as a weapon? The company Raytheon, who invented the, it's this system. It's a, you can look it up. It's a crowd dispersal system. It's a satellite dish, sort of, that they aim at crowds, and it literally burns it causes the water in their skin to boil.
Wow.
And it disperses the system. Now, the same company has their foothold in literally the 5G technology. Same exact technology. And at a lower sort of power level, it's okay. But say, for instance, that there's someone that they don't like, or something to that effect, they can crank this puppy up and zap you out of existence practically. And I know that sounds like some conspiracy stuff, but when you start looking into it, you start realizing, and I want to say I do work in IT, so I've seen this stuff, and I know for a fact that it's possible, by the way. So that in conjunction with the cameras that can basically pick a pimple off of your forehead and literally know exactly where you live, and I don't want to go into that because it sounds nuts, but that's for another time. These cameras are absolutely phenomenal, in more so maybe a bad sort of negative way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, pretty wicked.
We should all be wearing protective suits then, huh?
There's actually a material that they came up with. It's a nickel and copper infused lattice. material that you can, and I'm not saying this to do this because this is some tin hat wearing sort of stuff, but literally this material, if you put it up around your house or over your phone, or even make a hoodie out of it, just to protect yourself practically anymore when we're moving into this 5G, because it's very dangerous technology, it really is.
Right.
But you can actually protect yourself from these harmful beams, actual beams, because they're not actually actual frequency from a tower anymore.
Right.
It's a microscopic pinpoint, which is the important part because it can penetrate your skin. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like I said, you can look this up. Don't Google is 5G safe, because before they really started doing all the propaganda about it,
right.
When you looked that statement up, there was a lot of research from actual doctors that had said, no, this stuff is not safe. We need to revise this and look into it again. Right. Like I said, why would you roll out a technology that functions worse than the previous 4th generation? Right. And that's another thing. Before we move on to another topic, I want to say 4G and 5G. 5G, as in 5th generation for cell technology, is totally different than 5 gigahertz from your Wi-Fi modem, which I think was intentional. You know what I mean? Because when you're exposed to the 5G and Wi-Fi, yes, it's not great if you sit and you're constantly near right next to a Wi-Fi transceiver, or you're a gamer and stuff. You might notice like you start sweating a little bit, or you start getting kind of hot.
Right.
It starts getting a little stuffy, even on a cold winter day.
Right.
You're like, wow, what? If you're sitting right next to it, it actually has the potential over a long period of time to actually start warming up your skin. You know what I mean? It doesn't penetrate, but it absorbs into your skin, warming up the dermis layer of your actual skin. But I did want to touch on that a little bit, just so, that's absolutely out there into the world. Fly away. Woo! No, I'm just kidding. So, anything else you can think about talking about? We've been live for 22 minutes so far.
Oh, nice. 22 minutes, huh?
22 minutes, my friend.
22 minutes, eh?
22 minutes, my friend.
For those out there, I do multiple different types of voices, and this guy knows because
I think he would be amazing as a Audible book reader. I've told him that before.
Quite possibly.
I think he would do great. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there looking for their book to be read.
You never know. Added with voice acting, you never.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess for me, like since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be in the movies.
Yeah.
I always did. But one thing that I love doing voices. I love trying to create new ways of mimicking a voice.
Yeah.
Like, let's see, you want Jack Nicholson? I'll give you Jack Nicholson right here. Hopefully that was okay. There's probably not the best.
Did you hear this guy? Spot on.
Oh, you think it was spot on, don't you?
I do indeed, my friend.
Okay. Oh my god.
The only one I can do is like a really bad Scottish sort of accent, where I'm like, I'm going to the bookstore to buy some cantaloupes.
That sounds more Swedish.
Maybe it's Swedish. What did I say? Scottish?
This is how you do a Scottish accent, lad.
Yeah, maybe I'm more Swedish, just the Swedish, because I've tried doing the an English accent, and it sounded really bad.
Oh, an English accent. You just want an English accent.
Yes, see, I can't do it. Yes, I'm trying to do it. Oh god.
Okay, so there's the English accent like this.
The English accent like this. Oh god.
Or do you want something like a Cockney accent? I could do a Cockney accent if you want.
We don't support Vape Nation. Please, everyone out in the audience, don't vape.
Don't vape.
Unless you're part of Vape Nation, then vape.
Vape like Matt.
Anyway. Oh, you know what?
That was random.
You know what? I do want to say something. This here, since we have it here on the set right now, and I want to apologize again about behind me. It's the studio is getting an overhaul. We actually set this up right before this podcast here. right as we, were planning to get into it.
Right, exactly. It was kind of like an
impromptu,
yes,
sort of
yes,
setup.
Yes, it was.
And both you and I worked very hard to actually pull this together.
Absolutely.
Including the lighting over there, which you can't see, thank goodness, because it was absolutely blinding.
Yes, it was.
To the fact where we were going to come on set, and I was going to wear these, and he was going to wear those. To the fact where, it was literally like, here, let's give an example real quick. It's like a ray of sun. Oh, dear sweet God, wow. It's like...
Whoa.
The entire world is blinding right now.
Even though I'm wearing sunglasses right now, it's literally, like, burning my eyeballs.
Yeah, I have to squint.
I'm actually getting a tan.
Yeah, I can feel the heat. Let's move that back over there. Oh. Oh, sweet Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus in the crib. Anyways.
But now I gotta do the slow turn. Whoa. That frightened me.
A little bit. It's always very frightening.
This guy frightens me sometimes.
I frighten myself sometimes, indeed. Just so you know. Oh, I want to say a very you don't know this, but actually one of my buddies, I'm not trying to say this, but I'll be very vague, very vague, just because they want it kept private a little bit. But one of my very dear buddies, we only met a couple times, okay? He got into a serious car accident and actually rolled his vehicle. Yeah.
Whoa.
So I just wanted to mention that. I'm not saying who it is. You out in the audience know who you are. I just want to wish you a swift recovery. I hope you get better. Everyone in chat and viewers after this, please wish this individual a very swift recovery.
Get well.
Because it looked pretty bad. So,
well.
And I heard he was moving quite slowly. So.
As long as he makes a full recovery.
Yeah, I really hope so. So, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, my dude. Be careful. Anyways,
a very dangerous world.
Yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm not saying who it is, but I just genuinely wanted you to be safe and make sure. Take it easy, drink some coffee, kick back, vape a little. And, do everything in your power to stay safe, my man. Because me and Dude used to game quite a bit. We did the Elder Scrolls Online I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah.
And now, like I said, I like the game, but and I'm sorry, but it sucked my soul away a little bit, I felt. You know what I mean? Because I literally, in the game, right, I spent, I don't want to give an amount, but I spent an amount on just stones, like stones in the game, like rocks, magical rocks, mind you, but rocks nonetheless.
Okay, are you sure you weren't, STONE?
Stone? I wasn't stone. You mean stoned?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, for all the money.
Everyone knows what I'm talking about. I was just trying to make an idiotic joke because I'm an idiot.
You're not an idiot, buddy.
Aren't I though?
Is he? Let us know in chat. All right, moving on. What else do we have to talk about?
Since
feel free to toss something in chat too, guys. If you want us to talk about anything specific, or if there's any rumors going on. I know right now there's fires just everywhere around the world. Cities being pillaged and plundered. You
sure this isn't Godzilla?
It certainly seems like it. It's really getting to that point. The only thing different is that there isn't a large creature stomping around.
Not yet, anyway.
There isn't a large creature. Oot in a boot.
Oot in a boot?
Oot in a boot. Crushing the city.
Are you trying to do an accent, then?
I'm trying, but it's failing.
Are you trying, laddie?
I am trying, but it's failing.
You should have said, "Oh, there's something lurking on the moors."
Lurking on the moor. That's another good one, guys. You have to watch. It's called Father Ted.
Yeah, Father Ted.
That game is actually game. That TV series is actually quite funny.
It was a show back in the 90s. I think it was back in '94. I think. believe it was back in 94.
Maybe. If so, that's when I was actually born, believe it or not. In the year of 94.
I was born in 93.
And then we cut to a predetermined montage that I have made up here. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a predetermined montage.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, anyways, yeah. So, anyways, getting back to this. I wanted to show you guys this guy. This is the latest in VR technology. So, you'll find on Azineum over on the YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys anyone is tuning in from Twitch. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, yeah, we do have a Twitcher.
Huh.
So, yeah, if you check out my YouTube channel, Azineum, same way that it's spelled on YouTube. Or on Twitch, more so. If you go in there, we're going to be having a VR sort of games rolling out. And maybe some VR streaming. And I did say that one of our little podcasts is going to be probably just a session of VR.
Right.
While we stumble around, you know, pretty much that's
pretty much,
the whole thing.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
It's pretty incredible, though. It actually makes you feel like you're there, right?
It does. I mean, the first time I tried it, I was like, I was skeptical.
I was too, because
it was like, oh, you know, looking at even like YouTube videos and stuff, I was like,
that's really corny.
Is it?
Would it really benefit you at all?
Would it really benefit me, like, wholeheartedly? I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying wholeheartedly. I just am, because that's just how I am.
Yeah.
At least with
mind, body, and soul, and actually transport you there.
At least with the gaming world.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean? Just okay. Like, for instance, like four games that I loved to play when I had the PlayStation 4.
Okay.
They were still until I got the Xbox One X. Was the Uncharted series.
Yeah.
Because I love archaeology. I love exploring. I love spelunking.
Spelunking is actually quite fun.
It is very.
And I remember having to scale up practically a mountain because of you and your friend.
Yes.
That was insane.
That was fun.
But anyways, continue with the gaming world.
The one thing is, like, I literally think I had that game, those games for, I think, 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years maybe, I forget. Those would be my go-to games to play each time, and I would try even like it was always frustrating though, like going to the hardest mode, because it's like you died so easily, unfortunately. But the whole storyline with Nathan Drake, and then what you're able to literally like find and then collect, and then, like I said, the storyline just
phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. It really is. And it's like it makes you want to get on a plane and go to a foreign country and just do whatever you can to have the greatest adventure ever. You know?
Yeah.
Serious.
And I want to say this man gave it all up for Xbox.
Yes. Unfortunately, yes.
And
Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know.
And I want to say that, and I'm not promoting Xbox, they're not a sponsor, but I think that they kind of, and no offense to any PlayStation goers out there, but I think they kind of dropped the ball on the PlayStation 4 and 3. The PS2 was where it was at.
Yeah.
You know?
It was at least during its time.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was phenomenal.
It was.
But just for the fact that you get, you know, with the Game Pass, with the $15 a month, you get all of these games practically for free, and they give you at least enough time to finish the game.
Right.
And then all the Microsoft Studio games like Quantum Break, Alan Wake, which oddly enough rhymes, and all of the Halo series, as well as any of the other Microsoft games, are on there for free.
Right.
For forever.
Right.
By the way.
Right.
For free, forever.
Yes.
So if the newest Halo game drops tomorrow, you get it for life, for free. For the $15 a month.
Right.
And did you hear that the new Xbox, they're thinking that the online mode, they're going to actually have that completely free. Huh? The online mode free.
See, that would just be perfect for actual gamers.
You can opt in to having the Game Pass. Okay. And I'm guessing it's going to be less than what you're paying right now for the Game Pass.
I would hope.
And then this is the cool part. They're not going to charge you for the games that you have on the PlayStation 1. Or, wow, on the Xbox One, I mean.
Right.
Not PlayStation 1, but the Xbox One. So basically what you'll be able to do is you'll take your games from the Xbox One and literally just load them into the new Xbox, plug your Xbox One controllers in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all your old hardware, all your CDs, all your games, they all will work completely.
That's how it should be. There's so many like old classics out there that, that you want to play too.
Yeah, and then I think the 360
I
think the 360 games are also going to still remain backwards compatible.
Oh,
just like, right now, I believe, I could be wrong, but I don't think you can take a PlayStation 1 game and pop it in the PS4 and have it work.
You can't. I know.
Can you?
I forget if you can. I've never tried. I've never tried it when I had the PS4. But I guess with the PS5, as with the new Xbox, that they are making it where almost any game can be played. So like with the PS5, you can do PS4, you can do PS3, 2, 1, well, whatever with that. But they're doing the same thing with even Xbox. So it's if you get the newest, latest one, it's a win-win in the long run because you can get to play almost anything that you want.
Yeah.
Because like for me, I like playing old games. I really do.
Yeah.
Especially like from way back when, from back in 2001 or whatever. Like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Those games,
good classics, mind you.
The good classics, exactly.
Yeah.
Because then you feel, even though you've read the books, you watch the films, you get to play the game, and it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
It is, because you're taking your imagination to another level then, and then all this creativity just starts
flowing. Really, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think it's I really think the newest Xbox is going to be a phenomenal hit. I'm not sure, but I think the price point's going to be prohibitive for some people when it first drops, though.
Okay.
Yeah. I hear it's going to be a little expensive, but the money you save on not having to pay the online, if that's a fact,
it is a fact,
then I think it'll definitely be worth it.
Right. I think so too. I really do.
So it's gonna be cool, man.
It's gonna be freaking awesome. Yeah.
Now, as a streamer and gamer myself, I'll probably have to try and get it as soon as I have the funds available, just because I have to stay up to date with the technology, unfortunately.
Of course, yeah.
But the nice thing is, I'll be able to take my Xbox One games and transfer them to the newest console without really worrying about anything.
Right.
So,
right, yeah.
Hardware and everything.
Absolutely.
It just seamlessly transfers.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool, man.
It is.
You can't take this is what I'll say. You can't take a PlayStation 2 controller and plug it into your PlayStation 3.
No,
and as far as I know, I don't think you can take a PlayStation 3 controller and plug it into the PS4.
No, that unfortunately not.
So
it's like, I don't know. No.
So this is going to be completely incredible, guys. So just keep updated with the Xbox. Just basically just stay in the loop and try and keep up to date, because it's going to be phenomenal when it drops.
Absolutely.
So what else? Type in the chat if you want to hear us talk about anything. What should we move on to next? We've covered our movie that we're going to drop. We've covered sweeteners that are poisonous. We've covered toxic signals from the 5G, which is actually a fact. And we've talked about the newest gaming consoles.
Yeah.
So far, we've covered a wide berth of things.
We
and we've covered this man's accents that he can do. And this guy can literally quote every movie. It's incredible, right? And every TV show.
For the most part, since I was a kid, I've been a huge movie buff, TV show buff. I mean, I used to watch a lot of things. I mean, I think, unfortunately, like, as I got older, I started reading more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still
fortunately. maybe.
Well, fortunately or unfortunately, it's kind of in between. But movies for me movies and certain TV shows have a big place in my heart, and I love films. I love studying films in a way for my own well-being, if you will, because it helped me so much growing up. You know?
Oh, you know what we could talk about? If you're comfortable with it, this man Joss, he has a almost passionate love for the martial arts.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, I've been a martial artist since I was 5 years old. So I think going on 21 years, going on 22 maybe at the most. Been doing martial arts all my life. Started with Taekwondo, and then I moved up to Wushu Kung Fu and traditional karate. Then I actually got my black belt in Shotokan Karate. I was actually doing Shotokan Karate for almost 10 years, I think. I think about 10 years. It took me about 10 years to claim, sorry for my grammar, my black belt, and I never stopped. I've never stopped after that. I have a passion for martial arts and working out, and even though you see me doing this and stuff, I get stressed out, okay? I do a lot of things to help myself. So I meditate, I do this, I drink coffee. I really don't drink alcohol unless it's sake. I'm a sucker for sake.
You should tell them about that, you should tell them about that, the Japanese ice cream.
Oh,
because I know you do a little bit of the Japanese ice cream.
I love almost anything Japanese because mochi ice cream is definitely my favorite because it's ice cream wrapped in a doughy substance, and when it's nice and cold, it's just wow. It's
like a party in your mouth.
Don't go there. Don't go there, man. Remember the last time that happened? I nearly suffocated to death.
And I want to say I'm popping the Discord channel in chat right now. Feel free to jump on that. We do, like I said, we might start doing these podcasts. Maybe not every night, but
hopefully a little bit more often.
Yeah, right now it's Wednesday, and we'll come up with kind of a schedule. This is kind of like a first attempt for us to see, and I'll definitely get the background a little bit more suited for this.
Right, because I know, like, should I mention about me going to school and stuff?
Yeah, if you want to, if you're comfortable with it.
I'm going to school. I'm actually going to YSU. I'm an anthropology major, and
Youngstown, by the way, mind you.
Youngstown, Ohio. So. Yeah, I'm even though like for this semester I'm taking more web-based, at least 4 classes, and it's only because of the COVID-19 stuff. I just want to make sure that I'm safe and everyone else around me is safe, so I don't, even though I'm wearing a mask and everything, blah 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 blah, I don't want to get anyone sick. And yeah, so I'm an anthropology major. I want to be minoring in archaeology. These are fields that I love. I love science in general, but anthropology, I actually got inspired 2 years ago by a teacher at Butler County Community College who was an anthropologist, but he dived into anthropology, but also archaeology and paleontology, and literally we could look at fossils and everything and arrowheads. And
did you have a first name of this guy?
His name is. First name, Alex.
Alex. So let's go ahead and say, a shout out to Alex. Maybe he won't watch this, but let's say, thank you for steering this guy in the right direction. Oh, Super Me's over here in chat. Hey, Super Me, how's it going? We're doing a quick podcast. If there's anything you'd like us to talk about, go ahead and slap it in chat as hard as possible, but not hard enough to give chat a concussion, because we're not about those concussions up in here.
Maybe I am.
Oh, shit. Goddamn.
Ouch!
Holy, wow. That was a real slap, too.
That was a... I do that just for effect sometimes.
And for concussion. So... Super Me says lol. And I say, holy shit, what the hell?
I know.
Excuse the language, but... Damn.
I know.
And that was worth it.
I can take it. I just can't take it from a woman. When a woman slaps my face, that hurts. Okay, that's only happened once or twice, but
Has it?
It has.
Really?
It has.
What?
It happened when I was, I don't know, what was I, 18, 19, I forget. But it was not that I was dating her or anything. It was just one of those things.
Just whap right to the old keister.
Just slap me in the face as hard as you can.
And she did.
She did. I had a mark on me for almost 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
I think we're doing pretty good, Super Me. How are you doing? I think it's a pretty good night. It's pretty tasty.
Yes.
The coffee, anyways.
Coffee, yes.
Good stuff. What is that? Not a sponsor. Rev Coffee, I believe.
Rev Coffee.
Once again, not a sponsor. Rev Coffee. The K cups. You just Keurig, not a sponsor. You put the K cup in, pull it down, press a button, press start, and perfect brew.
It is, and I am definitely. I will say I am well caffeinated for this video.
Down to the last freaking drop, guys. Down to the last drop.
Yes.
Really good. Really delicious.
I tell you, one thing I am is a coffee connoisseur. I just love coffee.
And that Rev is actually pretty tasty. Not a sponsor, but really tasty.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
That's good. I'm glad you're doing all right, buddy. We do have the thing in chat, so everyone that looks back at this video can actually see the chat right here. If you can see it, pretty amazing, right?
Yes.
It's
yes,
right floating in midair.
It's literally on his head.
Like freaking magic.
That is incredible.
It is incredible.
That is absolutely beautiful, I tell you. That is incredible.
Yes, I just did that.
Indeed. We have 15 more minutes, unless you want to extend it a little bit longer.
You know what? I'm still down for extension. Okay. And I seriously.
If we do an extension, you're gonna have to.
We'll
give them at least one more Keurig full worth of coffee.
I will have to make us some more coffee.
You're gonna have to make us more coffee.
You're basically telling me to do it right now, then. Okay, yeah. I'll just.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
We went from talking about our newest movie, which I like the. I'm thinking more so. Shaman Mountain sounds very good, by the way. And it's a documentary. We want to say, anyways, about basically strange happenings in a town, people being kidnapped. If you go back in the podcast, you'll actually be able to see it. We went from that to basically his voice acting possibilities. We went from there to 5G, which is dangerous. I want to get that out in the air. Literally to aspartame sweeteners that are dangerous and can also kill you. We also talked about the newest Xbox, which is going to be coming out. I think, and I could be wrong. I might be wrong. I'm just assuming, mind you. Basically, it's going to be, I think, around Christmas. Really, I think they're gonna drop that stuff around Christmas. So it's definitely something to keep an eye out for. So we've jumped around quite a bit. Right now, we're just waiting on the coffee a little bit, and yeah, a whole ton of topics. That's why I said if there's anything you'd like us to talk about or any current events that you'd like to hear discussed, go ahead and pop that in chat, and we'll go ahead and give it a go. I wanted to talk about. We also talked about Gone with the Wind being pulled. Oh, you know what? There is one thing I'd like to talk about real quick. If I can pull it up here. Just give me 1 second. And we'll go ahead and pull this bad boy up. And then we'll give you guys one more coffee cup's worth of content. And I think that's where we'll end it. Because it's already 10 o'clock right now. Okay, let me go ahead and take a look, because there's a very special thing that is very, well, I wouldn't say near and dear to me, but I'm looking this up on Amazon. Let's see, let me go ahead and pull this up. I'm working through a very long list of things that I've had to order for the channel. Here it is. And you guys, I know you can't see this. Max Reload and the Nether Blasters. So, have you guys seen Ready Player One? If not, watch that movie. If so, Max Reload and the Nether Blasters, if you go to the Azineum channel on YouTube, here on YouTube, unless you're in Twitch, then I'd like you to come over to YouTube for a second. That's Bella saying hi, by the way, in the background. If you come over to the YouTube channel, you'll see an exclusive interview with the directors, mind you, of Max Reload and the Nether Blasters. So, you can order it on Amazon. I'm actually getting my copy tomorrow. So, if you want to come over tomorrow, and I'm talking to Joss off in the distance, if you want to come over tomorrow and watch it and see, you know what I mean, we can definitely talk about it. If you don't have anything planned. He's doing very strange hand gestures off in the distance. They kind of look like this. Like his hand is attacking his face, sort of ordeal going on up in here. But yeah, so you have seen Ready Player One. Max Reload and the Nether Blasters. I tend to, thank you for the coffee. We'll let this cool down a little bit. I tend to call it just Max Reload because it's a little bit easier to say. But Max Reload and the Nether Blasters is coming out very soon to my place actually. But I think they skipped the theaters because of the whole COVID-19. I blow the wind of God on you. Have you seen that?
I don't know if I have.
Oh my God. Okay,
I don't think I have.
I don't think I have the speakers, and I can't. I'll pop a link in chat to that. There's this crazy pastor called something Copeland. Copeland. Let me see.
Copeland.
If you type in COVID-19, I blow the wind of God on you. This man literally does this crazy thing where he spits in like the audience's face.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like what in the world?
That is really
bizarre.
That is really ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's one of those televangelists.
Oh God.
Kenneth Copeland. Kenneth Copeland.
No puns intended.
Oh, dear sweet.
Before blowing out the camera, he said, "I blow the wind of God on you. You are destroyed forever. You'll never come back. Thank God, let it happen, cause it to happen." And it was pretty intense. There's actually YouTube. Yeah, there he is, right there.
Wow.
Look at this man's face.
That is. Luckily, you didn't fart in their face.
Oh dear God. Look how crazy that guy looks. Let's go ahead and pop this in chat for everyone that wants to see it. There you go. That's the Independent website. This man, and if you want me to talk good about you, send me money, and then I will say all the nice things you want me to say. But until then, I genuinely think this televangelist has something like there's a screw loose or something.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
So,
wow.
And I'm not saying religion's bad. I'm saying this man is mad.
Exactly.
So
he's very mad indeed.
And I mean, like, woo! A little, couple things jingling around upstairs. Lights on, but no one might be home, type of thing. So, So go ahead, Kenneth Copeland. If you see this video, go ahead and defend yourself in chat, and we'll actually get back to you. So, and I do want to say one more thing too, Markiplier. I'm still challenging you to a freaking match of any game of your choice, even if you're really good at it. I challenge you, Markiplier. Now that that's out in the open, Kenneth Copeland, we've challenged practically, and we've challenged Markiplier as well. Have you seen Markiplier?
I have not.
You have not seen Markiplier?
I have not.
The man.
I have been living under a rock for the last. I'm just calculating. Yes, I'm calculating in my hand. 15 years.
Jesus.
15 years I've been living under a rock.
Kenneth Copeland literally says, Jesus Christ, man.
I know.
Straight from the televangelist himself.
Oh, I know. It's so devastating. And now, please excuse me while I summon the ghost of Vincent Price with a cigarette in my hand.
Yeah, this is why, ladies and gentlemen, you should not really smoke cigarettes.
You know, how about those people with that voice, though? Right?
Yes.
That's
yes,
insane.
That is insane.
If you smoke that much, that your voice sounds like...
Gravelly voice.
That's what I'm saying.
Gravelly voice. I'm sorry, that is just not... That is not good for you. That is
No,
not...
I'm not saying people in the audience who smoke, I'm not saying stop cold turkey.
No.
And I'm not even saying stop at all.
No.
I'm just saying if you get the gravel voice, that's when you should maybe cut back quite a bit.
There needs to be a slight change.
Exactly.
Small, slight change. That's all that... With anything.
If you have the gravel voice.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Because I know there are some in the audience that do have a cigarette every once in a while.
Right.
Or even constantly. But the gravel voice is when you stop, I think.
Look, the reason why people do that is because people are stressed out of their minds. Okay?
I mean, look at me with the vape. So, Super Me says, it's 15 years of rock living.
I know, it's
Rock
sad.
living.
Rock living.
Rock living! Wow!
I didn't realize we're going to heavy metal.
Oh, I guess it wasn't that type of rock living, huh?
No. Sorry, I will never do that again.
But yeah, so Max Reload and the Nether Blasters, look that up on YouTube, guys. I don't know if you still get the promotion. I'm still waiting on a shirt from them. They actually sent me a shirt for having the stuff on YouTube. An exclusive interview with the directors, mind you.
And I was in the back. I was in the background. I wasn't part of the video, but I was literally
He
listening
was there.
to everything. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah,
My mind was blown that it was actually happening.
yeah.
It was beautiful.
I was actually...
I was crying at the end. It was so beautiful.
I freaking dabbed at the end of that interview, and dude was like, he was like, was that a dab? And I was like, yeah, I dabbed for that swag. And he was like, cool.
He literally wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It was
beautiful,
picture
I tell you.
perfect. But yeah, so Max Reload and the Nether Blasters, guys. That I'm really looking forward to it. So
Absolutely.
and like I said, tomorrow.
Mhm.
So
I'd be down for it tomorrow. I know I got to do something at noon. And
Okay.
that might take me a couple hours or something, but yeah.
it would
I
have to
think
be more in the evening if you're available.
Evenings are going to be good. I know Friday morning I got to do something, but it's
Yeah.
not going to take too long. But
Now
I'm definitely down for it.
I want to say, guys, you know, I don't have the rights for basically streaming this movie. I don't want to get copyright striked or anything like that. So I won't be able to broadcast it just because I'm not one that wants to get sued. And I'm not saying they're like that, but I do think that you guys should get it and support them.
Right. Oh,
They're independent directors, and they pulled all this stuff together, just like we're about to be.
Right.
By the way, and stay tuned for that. I really think Shaman Mountain, unless it's been taken by another studio,
yeah. Right.
would be a pretty good name.
Because we can always change whatever and go from there.
Yeah. So
We still have the idea down. So.
yeah. So I said, like I was saying in the beginning, 1 to 2 weeks on that, and I know I'm jumping around quite a bit, but 1 to 2 weeks is when we'll probably start the recording process.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Just because. It's gonna be awesome.
Now, there's definitely a couple roles. Also, here's another thing I want to say. Super Me or anyone else, if you're willing to have your face on camera, if you send us a video of your face saying something along the lines of, you know, I've lived here for 20 years, or not even that, like I've lived here for the past 3 years, or some odd number of years. And there's been these strange occurrences happening. You know, we don't know what's happening, or something along the lines of that. Then we will actually take that and put it in the movie.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
the more the merrier. I think it would be really great.
Right.
So, if you guys want to be in a movie, and we're gonna try and get this guy published on Amazon, maybe Netflix if we can come up with a deal with them.
Right.
You know?
Something to that effect.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really incredible.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
It's gonna be very cool. So good things are coming for all of this.
Absolutely.
Once again, we do not support Vape Nation, but if you have a vape, go ahead and vape with us. And if you don't have a vape, don't feel left out. Just remember, one less vape is one more day you have to live. Well, that's not scientifically proven.
That's not scientifically proven, but...
But I just don't want anyone in the audience to feel left out.
No, don't leave... No, don't... No.
Yeah. But you can always grab a cup of delicious, delicious brew.
Absolutely.
And, take a sip of that black bean juice.
It's a beautiful delicacy.
Indeed it is, my friend.
Yes,
Indeed it is.
Yes, it is indeed.
So, any more subjects? Do you have anything else that you can think of? And Super Me and everyone else in chat, I see we have quite a bit of viewers right now.
That's awesome.
That if you have anything to that you'd like us to talk about, go ahead and type in chat. I want to shout out Loading, by the way, for coming back after all these years. I know there's a couple people that you don't know. General, I want to shout out you. Fallen, Boom Boom, as well as Dimwit. There's also Super Me. I want to give you a shout out, buddy. Alpha Wolf Gamer, as well as everyone else in the Discord chat and in chat in general. So, and Ignoring Cake. I didn't forget about you, buddy. Hopefully you continue to watch your streams. Apparently, my dog likes to move the camera, but apparently this man said he can no longer watch my streams because he somehow kicked a hole in his door. Yeah, a hole in his door.
Interesting.
Because I asked him in the Discord channel, which I'll go ahead and pop in chat again, by the way. But I asked him in Discord, I was like, hey buddy, how's it going? And he was something along the lines of, I can't, basically I can't watch your streams anymore because there's a hole in my door. And I'm like, so let's get that quote exactly, because I don't want to misquote. I kicked a hole in my door, is his exact words.
Huh. I kicked a hole in my door.
Yeah. And, nothing against kicking a hole in a door, and nothing against you, buddy. But, wow. If you could answer us in chat, how did that happen? Was it an accident?
That is, yeah.
Did you fall through the door?
I would like to
Was
know
your
that
dog
myself.
trying to get out and the door was locked?
Or were you attacked by a werewolf?
Were you extremely angry because someone like me said, wow, my spirit animal is a potato? There's so many variables here that... Exactly, Super Meat. That's what I was like. How did that even happen? Mm-hmm. How does something like that happen?
That is very interesting.
A
Yes.
big freaking hole in the door.
I mean, I punched a wall once, and
Was there a hole in it, though? That's the important part.
let's just say there was a very large hole. I was extremely angry for what this was years ago. I punched a hole in the wall years ago, and
Well, we need the scoop. So, was it drywall?
It was actually double
Plaster.
It was double drywall. It was this is true.
Okay.
Right hand. I was just a nice clean straight right cross straight through the freaking wall. I was so hyped up and angry, and I don't even remember what the hell it was about.
Yeah.
I just
wham, and then suddenly there was a hole through this
Bang,
double thick drywall.
yeah.
Wow.
I to this day I still don't remember how and why I did it, and I don't know. It was just you know what? It was just one of those things that just happened. It was just one of those.
Let me go ahead and move that back over a little bit. And so it could have been like one of those things like that with one of our very special viewers, Ignoring Cake. He's actually a newer viewer. Super Me's been here since the very beginning of this channel,
wow, nice,
by the way.
Nice, sweet.
Yeah, so Super Me, thank you, buddy. But yeah, so and I still don't know if it's, and I've said this every single stream he's been in, I still don't know if it's Mr. Supreme or Mr. Super Me. You know what I mean?
Either way, It's cool.
That's what I'm saying. And then he's told me every single stream, too, that it's this way, you know?
Yeah.
He was drugged. Who was drugged? Was Josh drugged? Or was Cake drugged? Because if it was Cake, he was drugged on Cake, you know? He's made that very, very specifically clear. If I could go to the Discord, guys. I just popped it in chat. There's actually memes he's made about me.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Golden memes, by the way.
You did show me that.
Let's go ahead and pull them up, and I'm not going to show them to you because I would like you guys jumping in Discord, but I'll read them off to you, okay? So when you see the cake and it's a strawberry cake, and it's me kind of doing one of these, you know, and then the next one is when you get a slice of cake. I don't really want to do that face, so you're gonna have to see that in you know, Discord. And then when you smell cake, and it's a very unflattering picture of my nostrils.
I think you need to actually trim those nose hairs.
Do I? Do I have nose hairs?
Do I?
Yes. It's super me. That's what see, he always says super me, and I always call him Supreme. Oh wait, no. I've been calling him Super Me.
Ah, okay.
But I always forget if he said it's Super Me.
Ah.
It's bad. It's been going on for years. Dude can tell you, this has been going on for years.
I get it.
Do you, though?
No. Anyway.
So go ahead and pop that stuff in chat. Speaking of drugs, a couple years back, do you remember that stuff, what was it? It was basically turning people in Florida into zombies.
Oh, shit.
You haven't heard of this?
I don't think I have.
You don't think you have?
I don't think I have.
Okay, so basically, there were these people in Florida who, I guess, took this drug or something.
Okay.
I think it was called Gator.
Gator.
And basically, they were running around like zombies. They were stumbling over car. Here, let me pull up the footage, and then we'll see. You won't see the footage, but you'll see his first reaction to the incidences I was actually talking about. And maybe we'll eventually be able to get the footage on screen, which I totally could, but copyright stuff, you know. So, So I'm just typing in Florida drug zombies. It was... Oh, wait, it was the bath salts. That's what it was. The bath salts.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty freaking insane. I don't know if I can find the actual video. It was utterly terrifying, though. The guy was literally running at a cop. Let's see if this is it. We'll go ahead and skip ahead. Oh, here we go. Look at this guy.
Oh, wow.
Let's go back to the beginning of this video. Okay, here we go. Look at this man just completely running wildly and streaking in the streets. That person's just stumbling around like a zombie. You know? It's crazy. It apparently what the drug does is it overheats your mind so much that you're not able to like control yourself. And then you stumble through the streets like a zombie. The one guy, a cop apparently, and this is old news, I do realize that, but the cop, he shot the guy like 5 times, and the guy kept coming at him. And this is after the guy apparently was feasting on a non-drugged human's arm. He was literally like ripping flesh off like a wild beast.
Wow.
Yeah. Freaking incredible. 2015 is apparently when it happened. Really shocking. This is why I want to say, guys, do not do drugs. You know what I mean?
No.
Really. As I leave that off on an awkward note, but seriously, don't do drugs.
Don't
you know?
Don't do drugs.
Yeah, that shit is insane.
I mean, one could consider, oh yes, caffeine, what we're doing, you know, but we're talking about the hardcore type drugs.
Yeah,
Really
like
mess you up. not just physically but mentally, and it's just not good. Don't do it.
No, these and then the gator, the one I was thinking about, it was like a meth concoction or something, and they would inject it in their leg apparently, and basically what was happening was the entire flesh around because it had battery acid in it.
Oh, wow.
By the way, but it would numb the entire area, but the flesh all the way down to the bone would be completely dissolved.
Whoa.
Yeah, all the way down to the bone. And people would just keep injecting themselves with this stuff.
So it obviously was highly addictive.
Yeah.
Like, almost
So
immediately.
So addictive that these people didn't care that literally exposed bone was showing. And severe gangrene was setting in.
Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely freaking mind-blowing, if you ask me.
That is incredible. Wow.
Now, I want to say this, since I'd say we're running out of a little bit of topics to talk about. I think that we should do what France does, and all these other places. And I could be wrong; it might not be France, and this sounds like an insane proposition. Legalize all of the drugs, and hear me out on this. Okay, hear me out on this. Legalize all of the drugs because the people who use them, unfortunately, won't exist anymore. Crime goes way down. It's been shown in multiple countries. People, when they legalize all of the drugs, the task force of police aren't so stressed out that they're, running all these campaigns and drug busting and all this other stuff.
Right.
And the drugs are literally no longer on the streets anymore. Because no one wants to do them because they've seen what happens in the past. Right. Like, for example, people running nude through the streets, attacking civilians, getting hit by cars, getting shot multiple times,
right.
and still, like, going after people, And it's all these hard drugs that are really pretty intense, And I'm not saying that they're, and I'll say maybe some of them are government PSYOP programs, meaning that, like, the LSD ordeal, That was really researched pretty heavily by the CIA, if you didn't know. I think it was Paperclip, was it?
Paperclip, yeah.
And that was an actual real thing, mind you. I believe. I could be wrong. Maybe it wasn't Paperclip. But it's an actual thing where the CIA was using LSD on its citizens to see the effect, and they were trying to come up with a mind control drug. Have you heard of this?
Way back when I did, yes.
Oh, okay.
I did, yeah.
But nonetheless, if it's all legalized, then I think it would be gone. And I think that instead of defunding the police like they want to do right now, which I think is goofy, I think there should be stricter gun regulations. And I think police should only be equipped with nightsticks. And if you absolutely need a weapon because the suspect that you suspect owns a weapon, that's when you go through rigorous paperwork and you sign that shit out. You don't automatically have a gun because you're an officer.
Right.
I think that's dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think, rigorous testing to see if you can even become an officer, and then the police don't get a weapon unless the suspect actually has a weapon. And then stricter regulations really need to come down on guns. I'm not saying pull them away from everyone. I'm saying if you have a mental disorder and you're a violent person, you do not deserve to have a weapon.
No.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's sad that it has to come to that, but
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, I think that you should be anyone should really be allowed to have a taser to defend themselves.
Right.
But a lethal weapon like a gun is a very, very powerful tool that it's just so dangerous in the wrong hands. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like, remember that it was a while ago, and maybe it was a psyop, maybe it was staged, but remember that Joker guy that went into the Batman movie and shot everyone up?
Oh, yeah. The guy who looked like mostly like Carrot Top. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But stuff like that wouldn't happen.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And like I said, the government has really been known to stage these events where it's literally just like random a filmography type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To promote random chaos or...
Exactly, to keep everyone in fear. And, it's horrible. It really is horrible.
It is.
But, moving into moving from that, I want to, and now that I think about it, they might actually be, when we listen to these news clips, they might actually be hearing. No, they're not. Okay. Let me see if I could pull this up. This might blow your mind. Let's see. Let's see if I can find this, because it was, maybe I can't, but it was really quite insane. Basically, if I can find this, CNN, they were caught on camera literally pulling people off the streets, giving them protest signs, and having them move in to get a camera shot.
I believe it.
Like, what?
I think it was even done in what was it, Brazil, during a certain protest or something, I think.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find it, and unfortunately the term fake news has been so flooded that I think it's actually misused at this point. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, check this footage out. Okay, do you see? These are just normal people that they're pulling off the street. They have people dressed up like police officers. And I'll drop this link in chat as well. Let's go ahead and 2 times through this real quick, so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. Here we go. Isn't that nuts?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's believable, though. It really is.
Look at that. Literally, they're pulling people off the streets and passing out signs like it's some sort of, fun event.
Yeah, that's...
And then the guy's like, "Hey, move over a little bit. Okay, let's do a quick shot of this. Look, see, that person's like, move over. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Let's tuck it in a little bit to get a better shot."
Wow.
Yeah, and that's CNN. I'll go ahead and drop that guy in chat as well. But I thought, when I saw this, I was like, wow. And you can tell this isn't staged for it to be a fake event.
Right.
Because though that lighting, let's see if we can move back a little bit. That lighting is literally expensive lighting, and that's a news camera right there. A very expensive news camera.
Right.
Like several thousands of dollars. So I went ahead and popped that guy in chat as a little conversational starter. But yeah, I was like, wow. I'm like, how much of the stuff are we consuming is real? You know what I mean?
That's the unfortunate thing. What is real? What is true? We gotta stay true to ourselves, really.
Yeah.
We the people.
And really, we as people, you know what I mean?
Right.
Not even we the people, I think, anymore. Because, unfortunately, the United States just pumps out so much false information. I'm not going to say fake news, because it's such a cringy term now.
It is.
But they really pump out such false information. And if you follow the web of lies, I'd like to call it, all the way back, you'll find out, you'll start realizing that all of this stuff leads back to CIA operatives.
Yeah.
That were literally placed in the news media.
Yeah.
And I know we're not technically a political channel, but really, look that stuff up.
Yeah.
It's freaking mind-blowing.
Start educating yourselves. Really, educate yourself. Educate. Serious.
But as you can see, like, it's like, wow. Yeah. I couldn't believe it when I saw that,
Yeah.
That's just a real thick scoop of insanity, if you ask me.
That is absolutely wow.
So let me know what you guys think about that in chat. There was something that popped into my mind, and I was going to talk about it. And I can't remember now. Okay, so we were talking about that, and then something else clicked, and I was like, maybe we should kind of touch on that a little bit. I can't remember. Let me know what you guys think in chat. If there's another topic. Do you have anything?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I think there's so many things that we could talk about on this channel, but what's the word I'm looking for? I'm
Stumped.
Stumped.
It's kind of like a weird writer's block thing that I'm having right now. You know what I mean? When you're typing a novel or programming even, or really doing a report, and then you're stuck on that one line, and you're like, where to continue from here?
Exactly.
And it was such an important topic too that I wanted to talk about, because I wanted to move away from the false information that we're being fed into something completely, kind of not completely different, but kind of adjacent to that topic.
Right.
But I just can't for the life of me remember. So go ahead and type in chat and see if there's any sort of thing. Oh, one more thing I want to say. When they say conspiracy theory, I want to clarify, it is a group of people getting together to conspire. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, when you say conspiracy theory, it has such a negative connotation that was intentionally planted. So when someone says you're a conspiracy theorist, you know what I mean? That sounds terrible. But what the person's actually saying, but not normally, but what it should be is, you believe that there were a group of people conspiring together to plot against something. You know what I mean? Right. And in that video that I just posted in chat, there were a group of people, meaning CNN, got together to conspire a fake protest in order to get the news coverage that they wanted, and not actual news coverage. Right. There's actually another clip that I could post if I want to, real quick, since I can't remember what I was going into. But basically, there was 2 CNN people in the same parking lot, reporting from the same parking lot, acting like they were reporting from somewhere else.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pop that in chat as well, just because, yeah. And while I'm doing that, come up with something, because my brain is not able to come up with anything right now. And you guys in chat, if you come up with something, let me know. But there's let me go ahead and post this in chat and watch that clip, because that is insane. Even if you guys like CNN, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that a lot of the stuff out there today is not correct. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let's go ahead and here we go. It's actually I believe this is the one, late night show with Stephen Colbert. Have you ever seen him?
Oh yeah, I used to watch him a lot.
And this, let's see if we can find this. We're getting a Biden ad right now. Okay, let's see if this is the one. I don't think this is the one, though, unfortunately. If I find the clip, I'll go ahead and shoot that guy in chat. But when I saw that, I was like, wow, this is pretty freaking crazy. Let's see if I could type in one more thing, and then if not, we'll move on to a different topic. Oh, here it is. Here we go. This is literally CNN, David Parkman show, apparently, for this one. But they were literally reporting from the same parking lot, which is pretty freaking crazy. And they were trying to make it seem like they were in a completely different place. Let's go ahead and slow this guy down real quick. And then I'll pop that bad boy in chat for you guys to check out for yourselves. And let me know what you think. Okay, if you look, that same vehicle passes through here and then passes behind her.
I see that.
And then literally, like, everything that passes through this screen passes through hers. And they made it seem like they were in 2 totally different places.
Wow.
Look, the freaking motorcycle right there passes through her screen.
Right.
completely mind-blowing, you know?
Wow.
Not to mention, these were the people that did I think it was the Vietnam coverage, and it was so fake-looking that a chimp could say this looks fake. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to bag on CNN. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, you know, this is the conundrum today that we're dealing with in our generation, and even in past generations, but mainly our generation, because they said that, you know, this is completely cool to do, to fabricate something and toss it out there. They're basically entertainers like ourselves.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Only they're on much more of a wide scale, and they're supposed to be an entity that can be trusted.
Absolutely.
You know?
Right.
And it's hard to trust people when you start looking at these actual videos from that news station, and you're looking at these and you're like, you know, something's up.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Pretty freaking spooky, to be honest, you know?
Yeah.
So.
I will say, though, on CNN, I love, Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon on CNN. I love both those guys. Those guys are top-notch reporters, though, I will say that.
And like I said, I'm not bagging on the news station. I'm just saying that these employees are put in a predicament where they have to do this stuff. You know what I mean? In order to keep their job. Yeah. There was actually another video. I don't think I'll post this one, but you can look it up. There's this other video where one of the reporters was taken hostage, and she actually had the full scoop on this crazy, horrible regime that was plaguing this country. Okay, not this country, but that country that she was held captive in.
Right. And
they wouldn't let the actual story come out because the news station was paid to say positive things about this terrible regime. So she wasn't allowed to say anything. She was actually fired because she would not say the truth. Yeah. Or she wasn't allowed to say the truth.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There you have it.
That's what I'm saying. This is what we're dealing with. Yes. So go ahead, pop in chat. Say what you want us to talk about for a little bit. Our coffee cup is.
I drink all mine.
His is empty, and mine is half full because I'm that type of guy. But we're running out of time a little bit. We are going on an hour and a half. I think this podcast has been pretty good, though.
Yeah. This is only just the beginning, and
I want you, my dear friend Joss, to get a notebook and write things down that you want to talk about.
I was thinking about doing that, actually.
So, yes. And then join our Discord, which I'll repost as I smash my keyboard, like you guys should be smashing that like button. Jump in our Discord and write suggestions, because we'll bring it up in the next podcast. This was, I wouldn't say kind of impromptu. I had an idea for this podcast for quite a while. It's the only thing that this channel is lacking. It doesn't have a podcast, so I was like, why don't we fill that gap and introduce a podcast into this channel? And let me know what you guys think of this. Please join the Discord. Even if you have to download it on your phone or get the app, there are so many things that I'd like to talk about. There's actually one person in particular I want to call you out. Dimwit, I know him. I know him in person, actually. Join the Discord, and even if Boom Boom has to, just saying, and have either one of you go into the Discord and write suggestions. I should actually make a channel specifically on the Discord for podcast suggestions. All you have to do, download the app, go in, click the link, and then click on the channel on the left-hand side of your screen and just type in chat. Right now, since it doesn't exist, I'll also be okay with it being in main chat. So, I guess we just start wrapping it up a little bit. I'll finish this coffee, and because it's already, I believe, 10:30 currently.
10:37.
So 10:37.
10:37.
10:37.
10:37.
Let us know how we did in chat. Go ahead and pop that down there if you could for us.
And in the famous words of Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa, it has begun. Okay, that kind of sucked, but okay, he does it better than me.
It has begun, or has it ended?
Probably both.
But we're waiting because I understand there's a
Shang-Tsung.
Shang-Tsung.
I have no idea where this was going, but okay.
But yeah, let us know. I know there's a 30-second delay in Discord. So within the next 30 seconds, if there's nothing you want us to briefly touch on, I'm almost out of coffee here. So what should we do that then? Make it a 2 cup of coffee type of podcast?
I think so, and maybe sometimes we'll do 3. I don't know. Well, all depending on time and everything, schedules and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Edit with vape.
And like I said, we're trying to keep this as kid-friendly as possible. I don't recommend vaping, especially for the younger generation.
Absolutely.
Really, if you've never touched nicotine before, I don't recommend starting.
No.
There's like herbal teas.
There are repercussions to nicotine, unfortunately.
Yeah, and there's certain herbal teas you could even use.
Absolutely.
Like a chamomile maybe a little bit.
Very relaxing.
Added with even kratom.
Kratom. Oh yes, and there's so many different types of style of kratom. Whether it's for energy or whether it's for relaxation. I personally use kratom myself. I have different types, even involving for pain, especially the way I do work out very intensely, involving martial arts and yoga and weightlifting, etc. I use it for pain. I use it to relax. I use it to boost my energy levels. There's so many things that you can do to help yourself.
Exactly, and with kratom in very, very small amounts. And thanks for the suggestion, Jacob. We are now touching on each other. That was a suggestion from Dr. Davis. I don't know if he's a doctor, but if he is, then, he's like, whoa, how did they know?
We're psychic.
Hell yeah. Oh, it's Fallen. It's freaking Fallen. Fallen Divinium.
Huh.
How's it going, buddy? Hey. Shout out to my boy Fallen. We actually do the live streaming, which we have to figure out. He didn't touch back.
Okay.
I'm scared. Oh, God. But anyways, I think this is... Wow. See, this always happens to me, my dear friend Joss. Right when I'm about to end, the counter goes up for more people entering. Scroll back in this so you can watch the full thing, and are we trying... Can I not talk today? Are we trying to do something tomorrow, since you'll be over for the movie?
I think so, because I only have something going on around noonish or so.
Okay.
It might take a couple hours, and once I'm done, probably do a couple things. Then I'll probably head over here.
So, same time, basically, around 7 or 8?
Probably, I would assume.
Okay.
Maybe.
Now,
all depending on schedules and stuff.
Now, I do want to say, and I know you have school coming up, but you said you're not going to be doing school every day?
It's going to be basically like 4 days a week,
okay,
added with heavy amounts of studying, of course.
Yeah.
Like it's web based, so it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know what I mean, kind of thing. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, studying like crazy.
Oh yeah, and I think we're going to be doing some grounded tonight on the stream. So, Joss, if you want to tune into that, that's going to be pretty good.
That might be pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah. So,
okay.
So I was thinking, nice, and I can't wait to see it, and I'm sure everyone else in the audience can't wait to see it. I'm thinking eventually, because I'm actually helping some people work on their place, I'm thinking if it's cool with you, we roll the podcast back to around maybe even 4.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like 4 to 5 or 6, and then around 8:30 and onwards is going to be the actual stream.
Okay.
So, and hey, How's it going? Ha. Good old, Dr. Lennon is in the house. I know she's not a doctor, but, you know. Anyways, go ahead and roll this back and take a look as my face slowly turns purple from all the comments in chat right now. Pretty amazing. So yeah, Discord. Join that Discord. Here it is one more time. Join that Discord. Put suggestions in that, and we'll added with the notes. You'll maybe, if you have time, taken.
Right.
We'll be able to touch on a lot more things, you know.
Absolutely.
And not each other. I want to be specific. We will not be touching on each other.
No.
Just this once. Oh God. But yeah, so thank you for tuning in to this podcast. There's a couple. Definitely you will be are prevalent. We may have special guests depending on the future on the set.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but until next time, yeah. This has been Azineum and Joss here with us.
Yo.
We enjoyed spending this evening podcast with you.
Absolutely.
So, cheers.
Cheers. I have nothing in the cup.